We're going to be joined on the ground in New York City by our Fox 5 team. Jessica Formoso there joining us. What did we learn today, and were there any new developments in this potential unprecedented indictment of a former president?
Yeah, good afternoon. Well, no new developments. I can tell you this, what's happening out here. Like you said, it was on Saturday morning when the president took to social media to say that today would be the day that he would be arrested. But we've been out here all morning, that is, all afternoon, and no indictment at this hour. What I can tell you, though, is that a lot of police presence, barricades are up in and around the courthouse. Court officers are standing guard outside, and a lot of press, not just local and national, but a lot of foreign press here. Now, take a look at this video. We shot this earlier in the morning that these were protesters. We've seen anti and pro-Trump protesters. It has been very peaceful. This morning, a group of anti-Trump protesters were out here chanting that no one is above the law. Over at Trump Tower, mostly Trump supporters. On Saturday, when Trump posted about this possible arrest, he told his supporters to, quote, protest, take our nation back. This particular case against the former president is in relation to Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's investigation into a hush money payment made to porn star Stormy Daniels prior to the 2016 presidential election. Now, yesterday, the grand jury heard testimony from at least one of the last witnesses, attorney Robert Costello, who advised the former president's longtime fixer, Michael Cohen. There are some reports, though, that they might hear from another witness tomorrow. That said, we can expect a similar scene out here. We did speak to one man who flew from Palm Beach, Florida this morning. He tells us that this is all politically motivated. We also heard from a man from New Jersey who said he needed to be here, and he says that Donald Trump needs to be locked up for good.
Well, I'm hoping Trump is finally held accountable for the absolute anarchy and tyranny that he has created in this country over the past 6-7 years. It's just horrific what he's done to individuals, to institutions, to our own democracy.
Who the hell cares about Stormy Daniels? Her lawyer, Avenatti, went to jail. Cohen, a compulsive liar. What lawyer do you know that isn't a liar?
Now, over at Trump Tower, we saw Trump's civil attorney come out. Listen to what she had to say about her client.
He's the single most resilient person I've ever met. I'm lucky to call him a friend. He was an amazing former president, and he'll be an amazing future president. The amount of attacks this man goes under every day, and he conducts himself with dignity and has continued to press on. He's got a family.
So as you heard, both sides here, pro and anti-Trump supporters in and out of this area all day. Now, the NYPD, we have to mention that this morning they were investigating an anonymous email that was sent to Community Board 3 saying that there were bombs placed in 20 places in and around the city. That threat deemed not credible. Again, not credible. The NYPD telling us this evening that there are no credible threats against the city. But again, we'll be out here all this evening and again tomorrow, and we are told that we probably will be seeing a similar scene here tomorrow. If the indictment comes down, we do not know that yet. I think no one knows that, but we are hearing reports that it may not happen until actually next week. I send it back to you guys.
Thank you so much. I do have to ask you a question there, Jessica, because you're on the ground. You've been on the ground all day. We saw former President Trump send out that post on social media. Has there been an increase in supporters for President Trump? How many people have been out there in support of President Trump since that post?
So I have to say, I mean, this morning, the anti-Trump supporters were about 20. Then after they left, we started to see Trump supporters, also another 15, 20 of them. They've been in and out, standing in different corners. But we haven't seen a massive gathering here of, hundreds of people, not at all. Over at Trump Tower, we had a crew out there as well, and just a handful of supporters. I have to tell you, though, there are some supporters on Long Island, which is about an hour away from here, from New York City, where we are. And they are also heading here this evening. So we'll see how many of them will be coming to New York City. And I expect more and more supporters and anti-Trump supporters here again tomorrow.
Definitely a very busy New York City, but potentially getting busier. Thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox.